I had a lot of hope for Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, when it was announced for the spring 2021 season, and after watching 4 episodes of it, it's not really grabbing me. But this is my first impressions of the series, the first 4 episodes of it, so let's jump into it. Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood takes place in an alternative history in 1931. It's still the Meiji era, and the shogunate Yoshinobu Tokugawa is still in power. And Japan is still isolating itself. They have an alternative energy source, the Ryumyaku, and this energy source is giving them ability to be stabilized alone. And there are some people that are currently trying to combat against the shogunate, who is still in power. And the story, for the most part, is following a Yukimura. And Yukimura is a part of the Niue organization, which is a secret organization that works to basically protect the current head of state. And they'll do different jobs to essentially snuff out people, prevent assassinations, take down threats to the state, all that kind of stuff in the shadows. And we really quickly find out that Yukimura has a very troubling past. Her entire village was basically snuffed out by a Janome. And Janome basically was a scientist that was trying to pull out the power that was within her clan. Their clan was like this blue-blooded clan that had a hidden potential within them. And you'll see that really quickly as you see Yukimura fight. She usually has this bird that will land upon her arm. She will then be engulfed in like this blue flame. It will empower her, and then she can fight with really quick reflexes and speed and power. And her main focus, for the most part, is just to find this Janome and to hunt him down and get her revenge for her village. And that is, like I said, the main focus. You'll see some backstory where she was burying her entire village because she was the only survivor. This Jin guy showed up who was a part of the Niue organization, and he basically gave her the opportunity. Hey, look, you will work for me. You will do what I need. And in part, I will help you get your revenge. And so she chose to follow him, train under him, and then eventually work as a part of the Niue organization to protect the head of state. And you have some other side stories. The fact that she is currently living with a girl named Asahi. And Asahi essentially is the daughter of some family members that were slaughtered by Yukimura as a part of this organization. And so she's kind of taken upon herself to take care of Asahi as almost like a way of, redeeming herself. Whereas Asahi, of course, similarly to Yukimura, wants to get her revenge to kill Yukimura, who is now taking care of her. But yeah, for the most part, most of the episode really consists of some person of the state that is either need to be protected or need to be taken out. And that's really been the major focus of the story so far, besides, again, getting into Yukimura's backstory, what happened to her village, who this Janome guy is, the blue blood that she contains, all that kind of stuff mixed in with them doing these jobs to protect the state. But yeah, I guess starting with the visual style of it, I really do think it's got a unique visual style to it. It's very old school in its character designs and everything, which I do really like. I'm really fascinated by the artistry that they use whenever Yukimura gets into combat and she, activates her blue blood. It's really cool because it kind of shifts from this, very kind of old school styling, but, standard today's quality of visual style to almost like this very sketchy outlined visual style for Yukimura herself. So when she activates, she almost has like a very rough sketched outline to her character design, and a lot of the artistry in the combat itself is really beautiful. I really do like it. The only unfortunate thing with that is the combat sequences are really short. Except for the last one. And then in the 4th episode, it was a pretty long combat sequence. But for the most part, it's like she activates. It has like this almost kind of magical girl transformation that repeats every time she activates her blood. But the combat sequences are like 2 hits or something like this. Some cases 1 hit, sometimes just 2 hits, and it's just over. Like it's literally not even 5 to 10 seconds combat sequence, and it's over. And it's like, okay, well that was anticlimactic. And, for the most part, technically outside of her activating and attacking something, it is they have some long action sequences. Like there's other members of the Niue organization. Elena, she's got like this umbrella that shoots bullets, or bows or arrows. and Makoto has a blade that he can like energize. Almost looks like a lightsaber. So they do technically have action sequences that do last longer, but Yukimura herself, when she activates her thing, it's like done. It's over. Oh, okay, that was quick. But the story overall, that's where I'm struggling with. I think I love the setting. I love this alternative history stuff. I just eat it all up. This idea of this still isolated Japan, the policies that are in play, the restrictions, the almost snuffing out of any opposition. It's very dictatorship kind of layout for Japan. But at the same time, the stories so far being told are just not very interesting. The treasure was okay. The idea of getting into Yukimura's backstory, while I did like getting to know more about her, because the first episode I was completely lost. And then like in the second episode, they're like, okay, let's explain why everybody is what they are, where they're at. But just kind of not all that interesting stories, especially like even with Yukimura's story, it's like, okay, Clan of Blood, they wiped them out. That's it. Okay. So I am struggling with getting kind of enveloped in this show itself. Like I said, I do like the backstory. I do like the setting. It's just I don't know what it is. I think it's just the characters. They're not really grabbing me. I don't really have something that's grabbing me and saying, "Ooh, I want to watch the next episode. I gotta watch the next episode." I just feel like I'm just watching it, and that's the unfortunate thing, because like I said, this was in my preview of the season, was one that I was excited for. Like this could be the hidden gem of the season. So far, it's not doing that. It is just kind of, like I said, interesting character designs, in creative world that I'm interested in, but just the characters and the stories so far are not really grabbing me, and that's kind of the unfortunate thing. I will still continue to watch it because, like I said, I do see potential here. I see a lot of potential in this story. It's just so far how it's laying out the stories and how it's telling the stories, it's just not really grabbing me. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I would look forward to more of it. I will let you guys know what I think of it. If it starts kicking up and really ramping up, I'll probably do a video on it just to let you guys know, hey, look, it's ramping up. It's getting really good. But as it stands now, no, I won't be doing episode per episode impressions on it as it stands now. But that's my thoughts on Jouran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, a series that is airing in the spring 2021 season. I hope you all enjoyed this impressions of it. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the show. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I thank you all for watching, and y'all take care.